Cyclone MMA. Deiveson Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno 4 has been announced. That's wild. Okay, so the first time they fought, it was a draw. You had Figueiredo kind of winning the fight, Moreno showing a lot of heart. I think Moreno surprised a lot of people in that fight. He surprised me. He did so much better than I thought he was going to do in that fight. Figgy, I forget if it was some low blows or eye pokes or what. It might have been both. But he got a point taken away, which led to the draw. Had he not done that, it would have been a victory for Figueiredo. Then in the second fight, I think Figgy was still the favorite because he was the guy with all the hype. He had the power. He had the submissions in his bag. And he just got dominated in that fight. He got submitted in the third round. And then you have the third fight. And this has never happened in the UFC where there's been 3 consecutive fights between 2 fighters. And now they're going to step up in doing 4 consecutive fights. This is the flyweight division. So in the third fight, it was very, very competitive. Figueiredo came away with the win. It was razor thin. A lot of people had Moreno winning. A lot of people had Figueiredo winning. Figgy came away with the nod. Dana, he says, let's roll it back. Let's do it a 4th time. And I'm down for it. I mean, when you look at this division, I think the fact that these fighters are fighting each other so much, meaning Moreno and Figueiredo, it's giving this division time to kind of show who's the best. And it's showing that this division's starting to get strong. Remember the flyweights? They were almost not a division. They almost went bye-bye a few years ago. I mean, you had Henry Cejudo save them. That's what they say at least. But now you have names coming out of this division. I mean, Kai Kara France. He's a guy who just had a big W against Cody Garbrandt. Exciting fight. Raw Dog, Brandon Royval. I know he was on a bit of a slide there, but he's coming back and looking strong, although I did think he lost his last fight, but could just be me. Alex Perez just made a run for the title. He hasn't fought since then, so he's got to get back in the mix. But the guys who I'm looking at right now who are potential, next in line for a title shot is Askar Askarov, who's ranked number 2, and then the third ranked Alexandre Pantoja, excuse me. And the interesting thing about that is a lot of these guys have fought each other. Pantoja fought Moreno twice. He fought him once on The Ultimate Fighter and won, and then he fought him again in the UFC and won. So he's got 2 wins over Moreno. If Moreno wins, that's an exciting rematch. He's got your number. He's beaten you twice. I know you've developed a lot, but can Moreno get it done over him? Then there's Askarov. He's also fought Moreno. He had a draw against him. But other than that, he's undefeated. I mean, he's had, let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's not looking at the wrong sheet here. He's only had 4 UFC fights. But still, the guys he's fought, he came in, fought Moreno, went to a draw. Then he fought Tim Elliott, who's, very established in that division. Then he fought Pantoja, a beast. Then he fought Joseph Benavidez, just the guy who's always been there. A little bit washed at this point. Still a guy who's always been there and always has been at the top. The division's, starting to look good. I'm excited for the 4th fight. I feel bad for these guys who might deserve a title shot right now but aren't getting one. But, I mean, Askar Askarov already is booked for a fight. He's going to fight Kai Kara France. So I think, in my book, you take the winner of that fight and take the winner of Moreno versus Figueiredo and say, okay, guys, you got to stop fighting after this. We're not going to do a 5th one. But watch them have a draw, and then we're talking about a 5th fight between these guys. It's just crazy how close they are. We always talk about Colby Covington and Kamaru Usman and how close they are. This is a different ballgame. These guys are fighting for the 4th time, and we still don't know who's the best fighter. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that, they shouldn't be doing a 4th one? Do you think they should be given, new chances to other fighters, or are you down for it? To be honest, the fights have been fireworks so far, so I'm completely 100% down with this. I do feel bad for these guys like Pantoja and Askarov who are, waiting in the wings, but I think Pantoja put 1 or 2 more together. Askarov and Kai Kara France, they can go at it. Winner gets title shot, and that's that. I'm just excited for this fight. I think it's going to be a good one. Yeah, who do you guys have winning that fight, Moreno or Figueiredo? Let me know down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I talk about MMA way too much on this channel. So if you're into MMA, you're into some discussions, this is the place for you. See you guys. Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson.
Amanda. Duh.
Next we got Artem Lobov. We're going to stick him right up at S tier. Just kidding.